So, a bit about me, I guess. I'm doing this to help me as much as it might maybe possibly help you. I'm doing it. I'm going to start making videos so that I can show kind of what I get up to in my life and kind of the various things that I end up doing, because I feel like I've got quite a few different hobbies, and I think it'd be quite fun to show it off to the world and just kind of show you how I go about thinking about things and learning new skills and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'd better make a video just kind of going over the hobbies I have and all my interests, and then slowly start releasing some videos related to each of them. So I'll take you guys outside and show you the things, the outside toys, mountain bikes, the van, kayaks, etc. But I thought I'd start off kind of in my office, in my makeshift office at home, with some of the stuff I'm interested in inside. So I guess number one is I like PCs. I'm a PC gamer, so you might see some gaming content, although I think I might try to keep that as relaxing time rather than like working, but maybe some PC content. What I definitely will do is do some 3D designing content, because that's something I do quite a bit. It's what I do in my job, so and I like to kind of carry that over into my other hobbies. So like one that goes along well with that is 3D printing. So I do a lot of 3D printing, a lot of 3D modelling. I've been trying to do more and more 3D modelling. I'm useless at sketching, but I've got a sketchbook now, and I just kind of started sketching any random projects that I kind of think up. So that's something I've been trying to do more and more. So I think I might do some more content on that. Is the design side of stuff. So that'd be cool. I like anything electronic really. So I've been building PCs right from the start. I built my very first PC. I've built 3 or 4 after that. I won't go into too much detail, but that's definitely something that you will see some of, because I'm constantly upgrading, constantly changing that. My new hobby that I'm a big fan of is drones. So I got addicted quite quickly. I started off with a unmodified Emax Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle. So this is the Emax Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle. Started off obviously unmodded, but quickly crashed it and broke it so much that I needed to upgrade stuff. So I'll do a video going over the upgrades that I did on this. I did film some of it, but this was kind of when I was half-arsing, trying to film stuff, and filmed on my phone, and it was a bit crap. But I might insert some of that, do a separate video going over all my drone stuff, so I won't go into too much detail. That came with a stock, like a bundle, a ready-to-fly bundle, so a remote and a headset. This is the original headset. Still using this, but I have just ordered the new Eachine Cobra X's. I think it's Eachine. The brand new box goggles with the Wrap and Mix receiver, which is meant to be awesome, and they're fairly budget friendly. They're about 150 quid, and they're an upgrade from this, massive upgrade from this. So looking forward to them coming. They still haven't arrived. I got myself a 5-inch drone. This came in a bundle, Facebook Market special, Eachine Wizard 220X, one of the original kind of budget friendly 5-inch freestyle drones. This is 3-4 years old, maybe even 5 years old. It's not amazing. The kit, the upgrade, the progression in the sport, or the hobby, sorry, since when this was around is massive. And I am looking at getting a new 5-inch, probably going to be the Diatone Roma F5, but waiting for that to come into stock in the UK, and then probably going to pull the trigger on that. But this has been a great learning, learning platform. Wasn't that fussed if I broke it or crashed it, or I've replaced all the ESCs, I've replaced the video transmitter, I've tinkered around with the receiver and transmitter. You know, I basically use this to learn and not care. And I'll go into more detail in a separate video again. Like I said, this is kind of overview, but would recommend starting out in FPV with something like this that you can get on Facebook Market, super cheap. This was 250 quid and it came with a upgraded transmitter, which this will last me forever because it's a Tyrannus X9D plus. It's a really, really good receiver. Got a module bay so I can put Crossfire, Immersion RC Ghost, any of the above basically into the back of this, and this will last me forever. So that was a worthwhile. I would have paid probably £200 just for this. You know, I know it's a bit of a rip-off, but it's, you know what I mean. I got this mega cheap. I also got a pair of Fat Shark Teleporter V5s or something, some other FPV goggles. I just didn't get on with them, so I ended up selling them and making about 80 quid. So, you know, for this and the radio, I was net like, I don't know, 170 pounds. So I call that a win basically. So anyway, big fan of this at the moment. You'll probably see loads of content with this. I'm planning on doing a drone progression video where I show you my first month, like 30 days worth of flying and footage, just so that you can get an idea of how I progressed, what I learned in that time. So yeah, that's coming soon. I'll go outside and I'll film some bits showing you the outside hobbies, mountain bikes, jet ski, kayak, paintball guns, van's a big one. Van's going to be a completely different video. I'll probably explain a little bit of that when I'm down at the van, but I started a van conversion, so from a box van to a panel van to a camper van. So probably going to be a lot of content on that in the future, but at the moment it's winter, it's miserable. I don't feel like working on it. It's not the top of my priority, but it is coming into summer and I do want to use it loads. So I'll probably start working on that fairly soon actually, so it's ready for summer. So anyway, we'll head outside. Actually, before I do that, I'll insert some quick clips now of the 3D printer that I've got. I've got a ANET A8 that did the classic 3D printed things on the 3D printer to upgrade the 3D printer, which always makes me laugh even to this day, that you can upgrade things with the thing that you're using to print the things. But yeah, that's awesome, and like I said earlier, that ties in really well with like my design based stuff, ties in really well with the quadcopter stuff, and yeah, it's really good fun. I really enjoy the 3D printer. It's a really useful tool. Would recommend if you're into any of those hobbies. Basically, you know, it ties into pretty much everything. Constantly got mates going, oh, can you print me this? Oh, can you print me that? And that's always fun as well. So yeah, I'll go get some footage of that real quick, and then we'll head outside. So here in the barn of many things, we have one of the toys, the jet ski. This is a Wave Runner Wave Blaster 800. At the moment, out of action. All four motor mounts have broken and shifted forward, and the motor's shifted forward. We were having a good run with it on its last outing, and yeah, all four motor mounts just sheared. I think they haven't been replaced for a good few years. We've owned it maybe 10 years, and in those 10 years it's not once really had a proper service. So I think that's going to be my job coming into summer. Do a proper strip down on it, do a full service, get it up and running. So that's one. So then as we come into the main storage section of the barn, as you can see, it's completely and utterly messy, but it's got a few more of the toys. So one of the main ones is my 2018 Specialized Enduro. This was my first proper mountain bike. It was the thing that I said to myself I'd buy as soon as I had my first full-time job, and after 2 or 3 paychecks, that's what I got. What I had before it was that Kona Stinky. That was an absolute tank of a bike. Massive suspension, weighs an absolute ton. But yeah, it was good fun. That's what I kind of learnt to ride downhill on. And then these are just my brother's and my dad's bikes, XC bikes, which I use occasionally. But yeah, that's normally in the back of the van, but I've been taking it out for rides every now and again, while the van's been kind of just parked up. So that's in here. Got some Nitro RC cars on the wall. These both are not working at the moment, but I've been getting more into watching YouTube videos on RC cars, and I really want to get them running. So I think, again, that's a task, another project. You'll kind of start to see a theme going here. Projects, basically. A couple other toys. Kayaks. These were purchased last summer, just gone, during first lockdown, and they were great. It was pretty nice weather, you know, nice and warm. Girlfriend had wanted to get into it for a while. I had done quite a lot of kayaking when I was in secondary school and college, so I'd had, you know, a decent amount of experience. I hadn't been kayaking in a while, but I kind of knew what to look for, so managed to pick them up on eBay. No, not eBay, Facebook Market, pretty much the same thing nowadays. I think £200 I got that one for, and £250 I got that one. That one came with a paddle, life jacket, spray deck, and a helmet actually, whereas that one was just the boat and the spray deck. And then I went and got a proper whitewater paddle, as well, again off Facebook Market. All of it's Facebook Market. You can get such good deals nowadays on Facebook Market. So yeah, just you can see it a bit better. It's a Wave Sport, Super Easy, I think. This one. There's a couple in that, like Easy line, Big Easy, Easy, and Super Easy. It's just basically the size of the boat, the displacement. And I needed the super. I could probably get away with the Big Easy, which is like the displacement area of the boat, so how heavy you are. But it was recommended for tall people because I'm 6'2", something like that, and I fit happily in that. I could probably go down a size, to be honest. So yeah, that's the kayaks. Panning round. We've actually got some of the paintball guns, some flippers, some diving equipment. Need to get them out. We have got a gas canister over there for paintball guns, but that's not been filled up in a while. Got the air compressor and some of my tools that I've been using for the van, just kind of scattered about. Nail gun. That was a cheapie from Screwfix, but works sweet, really good actually. That was the inflatable kayak that I had for a while. It was good just to sling in the back of the car. I didn't have to put these on roof racks or whatever. But since I got the van, they've been great. They can go inside. Inside, if we don't mind that one poking through to the kitchen. I have put that one on the roof before, and that works really well. That one can fit in the rear garage area. I'll show you that in a minute. Tool rack. Got some tools that Dad's collected over a few years, so can more or less get by. But yeah, that's the shed. That's the shed. This is where a lot of the outdoory toys kind of stay. We have got an extra storage bit up top. You know, random crap. But yeah. So let's go do a tour of the van. So here in the van, I'm not going to do too much on it. One, because I could be here all day, really. The van's got loads and loads. Hang on, let me just try and put the camera down here quick. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on the van. The van is, well, number one, it's not finished. I've got so much still to do on it. I started it just before winter, and I kind of did all the major stuff throughout winter and kind of start springtime, and got it into a shape that everything was working. It was functional. You know, I've got hot water, got the plumbing system all set up so the water tank is actually working. All the electrical systems work. I've got lights. The solar panels are hooked up. Got a heater, like a diesel heater thing. That's hooked up. Fridge is in. Cooker, gas cooker, you know, that sort of stuff. And it was all working, all functional. Kind of hooked up some temporary curtains. You know, that all needs to be finished properly. You know, this side door, you know, loads of stuff's not finished, but it was working. So come summertime last year, and then lockdown summer, I was just using it. I was using it, and I wasn't giving it the time it needed to finish it. And also, in a way, it's been quite good because I kind of had that summer to use it, and I've noticed what I would change and what I need to really change. So yeah, it's been quite good. But yeah, that's why I'm not going to do too much on the van. Still needs loads to do, and there's loads to go through. So I'm going to do a quick overview, basically, showing you the features it's got really briefly, and then if anyone's got any further questions and that sort of stuff, drop it down in the comments. I'll have a read, reply, or I'll do a complete in-depth tour of the van, maybe when it's done, or maybe when I'm about to start doing more work on it, and then we'll do a full tour once I've finished working on it, and we can see kind of not a before and after, because there's a lot done to it now, but a kind of a different stages of the build. So that'd be cool. So let's have a quick look around. So main kitchen, cooking, dining, seating area. Regular under counter household fridge. Drawer for cooking utensils and cutlery. Bit squeaky, but pull out table. 2-ring gas hob. Under sink storage for, hasn't got shelves in it yet, but like bulk storage for food, pasta, drinks, cleaning, that sort of stuff. Sink, ignore that, dirty washing. The water's not been working, so that kind of just sat there. Still need to do a splashback. I'm getting some custom tiles made, glazed up, to suit the kind of colour scheme I'm going with. These little hanging baskets are great-ish. You kind of forget that the van rocks around a bit. So with the van rocking around a bit, that can be questionable, but it does look quite nice, and it is very kind of practical, so they are good. Top cupboards, again, they're not sorted and not finished, but they open up. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see in there, the light's not very good, but that's like pots and pans, cooking oil, stuff like that. Bed area, full, again, ignore the mess please. The the full double bed up here at top. That was one of the things I wanted when I started designing this, is I didn't want a split bed design, a sofa bed combo. I wanted something that was permanently a bed, and something I could have my garage section underneath. So still loads to do up here. This is probably the least finished area. I mean, a lot of it's still not finished, but insulation still needs to go on the back. That gets really cold. Some sort of shelving system, wardrobe needs to go in here. Roof still needs to get finished off in the corner there. But I'm going for this kind of like down lighter effect. Still need to kind of polish up all the joins with this wood cladding that I use as well. So yeah, still quite a bit to do up here. Back of the van, this is kind of where the garage section is. keep the bike in here. At the moment that's just fallen over. I've got some hooks that keep the bikes up quite nicely, and it fits the Enduro bike a lot better. Small little switch panel, so I've got some lights for underneath here, spotlight for outside, water pump, that's my heater, and that's a spare one. Nice USB charging thing, a 12 volt cigarette lighter as well, always handy to have. 150 litre water tank, more than enough. Haven't used it with the shower inside yet, but I think it'll be fine. That water lasts forever. Really good boiler. Would recommend this brand, Cointra, or don't know. I'll put a link for that down below because that is something that I would definitely recommend. Recently, we've had a bit of a cold snap and all these pipes froze. That's why there's, you know, some water left over. But this dealt with the frost amazing, absolutely amazing. Even though I drained it, there was still a little bit of water in it, and it did burst on the lines, but the joins that they use are phenomenal, and it stopped it damaging the actual components. Alrighty, last minute trip. Oh, it's a bit wobbly, isn't it? There we go. How's that? A bit better. Last minute decision to go out to this big, like, stately home, not far from where I live. Last weekend I actually did a bit of work over the weekend with one of my good mates, Dom, and we put some estate fencing in for a guy that lives literally next to it. And when I was there, I was like, oh, this will be an interesting spot to fly the drone. So we've got a nice sunny afternoon, evening. So I'm going to go see if I can catch the last bit of light at the Grange, it's called. So I never actually went to the stately home itself, but I looked at some pictures and it looked pretty good. So we'll see if we can make something happen. And if not, it's a nice evening, so I'm sure we'll be able to find some sort of field just to cruise around out that sort of way. There's loads of little rivers and valleys and stuff like that, so hopefully even if the Grange doesn't work out, we can find somewhere else. So I'll see you when we get there. So this afternoon's little trip turned out pretty successful. Found this spot. Yeah, it's cool. It's called the Grange. It's a big, it's old stately home. There she is. I've just been cruising around here. I've just been cruising. There's loads of nice fields out here. Just been droning around. Got everything packed up. Sun's gone down, getting a bit cold. So yeah, I'm gonna head back, but that was quite fun. I think I'm gonna come here again. I think it's got lots of nice little interesting bits that I think when there's less people about, because there's quite a few people that kind of came around. When there's less people about, I think I'm gonna try and fly through more of this. Like I went through it a few times, but I didn't try power loop or anything crazy like that. So yeah, definitely a second trip I think is needed.